I think it's a lot of sisters in the league that I think there's enough sisters in the WNBA to inspire black sisters in a way to where they can kind of sway them off of whole culture. But because of black women's interest in entertainment, it's so shifted towards whole culture that it's almost impossible for them to be swayed. So whenever you hear people say, okay, like this WNBA is boring, it's actually not. I usually watch the game. I actually watched Andrew Reese and Caitlin play. And the game was fucking lit. It's just the interest for that type of entertainment is not there. And I think we got to look inside ourselves and look in the mirror and like what do we want to hype for our young black women coming up?
Zeus Network.
They need to lower the rim. That's what I think they need to do. They need to lower the rim so somebody get dunked on. It's too high. You know what I'm saying? I think they lowered the rim and be more above the rim game. I think people might watch it a little more. I think it don't have to be just like the men's league. The ball is even smaller. Just lower the damn rim.
First of all, the WNBA is boring. They keep trying to make it more interesting by starting drama, but it's boring. Nobody watches it. Matter of fact, women don't watch predominant, not the sports fans. Typically, they like it because some man that they're attached to, whether it be their daddy or their husband, watches it. But it's not like I'm calling Shan and like, Chanel, we're about to get together and watch the WNBA. Never. We're never calling our homegirls like, let's go to a sports bar because Caitlin Clark is never. They're boring. But I feel like a lot of people be hating on Caitlin because they know that it's boring. So they don't know sports. They don't know that little white girl scored more points in her college career than any man or woman who's ever played college basketball in her division. She literally outscored the boys. The boys who we know that are playing in the NBA now. She outscored them. That's great. Like the title was held by somebody for a long time. Nobody was even coming close to passing it up. She passed it up. Give her fucking flowers. She's the GOAT. Until somebody beats her, let her shine. Regardless if she's white or black.
I think they was upset because Angel Reese, I think, got her triple doubles or something like that before she did. And she was breaking records and people were kind of like overlooking it, I guess. They felt like Shannon Sharp wasn't covering when she was breaking records as much as he was covering when Caitlin Clark was breaking records. That's what I think it was.
He probably just preferred the other girl, but it's not a race thing. It's a greatness thing.
Yeah, they just made it a race thing so that they could.
Giannis isn't black. What's the guy? He's like I don't watch, but the top guy in basketball right now is not a black man. Everybody talking about him, but he's not black.
Well, it's different because the NBA
Luka
is already.
Yeah, Luka.
The NBA is already. The NBA has already been established, right? So we already know that
top guy in the NBA is who?
I guess Luka, huh?
No, it's like
it's
LeBron, Jason Tatum.
Yeah, the Joker's actually more.
It is a white dude though. It ain't Luka though.
You think the Joker?
I know it was a white man.
I mean,
the Joker?
Accomplishment. I mean,
from Denver.
Technically, I guess with next gen stats, he's number one. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the top five players. Three of the top five players in the NBA are definitely foreign born. But I wanna just piggyback on the Caitlin thing. I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. But
yeah, you got it.
I think the issue with the Caitlin Clark and the WNBA thing, I think it's bigger than Shannon. I think it's bigger than her. I think the main issue is the WNBA is used, and the lack of support of it is used in a lot of conversation about the equality of men and women, period. And I think the argument is becoming, okay, y'all want this equality, then you support your league. If y'all want women to show up, then if you want women to be equally paid, then go and support them. Like the WNBA is not underpaid because people don't think these women have talent. The league don't make enough money. It's a tax write-off for actually the NBA every year. So they cover all the WNBA's expenses, and it hasn't broke profit in years. The NBA just makes so much money, they just pay for it. So it's like if you generated the money, you will be able to get paid what those NBA players get paid. But the women, like Sherelle said, The women don't support it, but women in sports use the WNBA as an argument about the inequalities in sports with men. But women are not showing up to even support their own sisters. So it's like you can't have it both ways, man.
Well, look, this the thing though. So the WNBA did the smartest thing that they could do. They saw that Caitlin Clark was doing what she was doing, and Angel Reese was making waves as well, or whatever her last name is. So, with them understanding the power of the internet and social media, all they had to do was put up these two names in order for people to pick sides. And that's literally all we've been seeing. A lot of these people that's involved in these conversations don't even watch basketball. But now that that conversation has been sparked, you seeing the WNBA doing 15, 20,000, you know what I'm saying, people in the seats. Motherfuckers that don't watch basketball, but they're there just to say that they've been there, they saw it, whatever the case may be. So it was actually a very well planned marketing plan, I believe. And I think that Caitlin and Angel was in on it. So it's one of those deals of how can we draw conflict? One of the laws of one of the 48 laws of power is stir waters to catch fish. And that's exactly what they're doing. They hooking everybody in with this racial tension because it's always going to be racial tension in America. So let's leverage this and get people's ass in the seats. We don't give a fuck if they care about it or not. As long as they're coming in here paying for this ticket, buying a $20 beer and a $30 bag of popcorn. That's all we
Like
care
Magic and
about.
Bird, the same type of thing.
Yeah.
But I would just say, just to piggyback off what you said, Ella, I think it's a lot of sisters in the league that I think there's enough sisters in the WNBA to inspire Black sisters in a way to where they can kind of sway them off of whole culture. But because of Black women's interest in entertainment, it's so shifted towards whole culture that it's almost impossible for them to be swayed. So whenever you hear people say, okay, like this WNBA is boring, it's actually not. I usually watch the game. I actually watched Andrew Reese and Caitlin play. And the game was fucking lit. It's just the interest for that type of entertainment is not there. And I think we got to look inside ourselves and look in the mirror and like, what do we want to hype for our young Black women coming up?
Zeus Network.
They
We
need to
want
lower
keep
the
hype
rim. That's what I
working.
think they need to do. They need to lower the rim so somebody get dunked on. It's too high. You know what I'm saying? I think they lowered the rim and be more above the rim game. I think people might watch it a little more. I think it don't have to be just like the men's league. The ball is even smaller. Just lower the damn rim.
I even
No,
heard somebody say put them in thongs. I'm like, but that's still introducing whole culture.
They got
Like,
stuff like that. They got
like
lingerie football leagues and lingerie
yeah,
sport like
it's almost like if you
When I
it's
hear
almost like
people
we
actually
found a gold
join,
mine
I
to
never
kind of
looked
steer
at
women away from whole culture and try to make money without, having to bust it open or whatever. But then now that we got it, we just can't get enough of them to buy into it. So it's just like it's a gap. It's like, man, how do we draw that connection to
that'll
okay, we
never
want
this
it.
is how I
that'll
feel. They
never
don't
happen,
want.
bro.
They
That'll
don't want it. They're not gonna put up the marketing. They're not gonna put up the money. They don't want to. They don't want to take that much attention away from the NBA, but they do want the WNBA to make more money. I don't
that
think it's something that I don't think that's on the agenda.
no,
And this is just as a
people
woman in
people aren't
America.
people aren't in general, they are not going to go in mass in the numbers that they go to NBA games to watch the WNBA. That would just never happen. It has nothing to do with them wanting or not wanting to put more money behind it because they want to put asses in the seats. But women in general do not watch sports.
But
So
the man who watch sports enjoys it, and that's why they said it. Like when I heard a couple of my male friends talking about the new girls, they was like, I didn't even realize it'd be like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not marketed the same. They market. Y'all have to think about how things have changed for us as a Black culture in general. You know what I'm saying? Just everything and the way that they take the things that we cherish and they put them on things that's not so good for us. You know what I'm saying? Just in general, they can make they really have understand psychology to the point where they took this country that was so wholesome at some point. Your daddy can't you can't date until your daddy comes see him. You get what I'm saying? Till your daddy come knock on the door. You got the backyard barbecues. There was morals and standards. I watch your kids, you watch mine. And then they somehow just changed the whole country into a whole provocative scene without causing complete chaos. You know what I'm saying? If they wanted to market the NBA and they wanted it to be as successful as the NBA, there's a way that they can condition people to watch it more. Like she said, the Caitlin Clark. Now, not probably not the women, but like I said, women barely watch sports anyway, so it's not about women. But as long as you make that sport entertaining, why I don't understand. Like you can
They
condition
have
them.
they have a lingerie football league where women are literally running around in bra and panties
But
playing
nobody's gonna take
football.
that seriously.
And
It,
even less people watch that shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
wait. Indoor football leagues are a big thing. So that is a thing. It's not as big as the NFL, but that is a thing though. So regardless, they have went to that extent of where we can make this as provocative as possible by literally having women run around in bra and panties, and they are in all shapes and sizes, where it would be entertaining to get men in there, but that's is women playing indoor football. You know, we want to see men do men shit. That's what entertains us. That's what has been all throughout history. People want to see men do men shit. We want to see women be women. Not to say
So
that women can't play ball, but it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. Oh, she's pretty good. We're not taking nothing away from it. But in
No,
the
we got that.
but in
We
the
got that.
to have people come out in the groves of the NBA, that'll never happen.
Yeah. I mean,
So
if they
Shan,
have a problem with it, merge them and may the best man win. Merge the NBA and the WNBA.
damn, best
And if you
man. What
that
about
oh my
good,
women?
God.
if you that good, you will
Shit,
make the league. Or will
may
the
the
whole
best man
WNBA
win.
disappear?
It will disappear.
Run
Yeah.
track. Run track.
Also,
Female
what you
track is
stated in the
fire.
college, you said Caitlyn outscored anybody, and you know it's not really hard to do whenever there's not the talent pool is different from the men's. Like a lot of these D1 colleges teams have like maybe 7 or 8 players that can drop 30 versus a Caitlyn team that maybe have like 1 or 2 people that can drop 30. That's getting up 40, 50 shots a game. You get what I'm saying? So that it's different whenever you kind of pound for pound it or whatever.